Everyone wants to know what is that secret indicator that can make you profitable. I don't think there is one, but I did find an indicator that has made my trading so much better. I've been so much more consistent recently. I'll post my recent stats right here on a $2,000 account. And as you guys can see, I had one single red day and it was only one red trade this whole entire month so far on this small account. And I give props to this one indicator. It is by Chart Prime. I love using volume profile, and this has made it so much easier to use. So I'm gonna go over how I set it up on my chart and how I use it. If that sounds good, make sure you guys like this video and let's get into it. All right, guys, so I am currently on TradingView and I am going to go over what this indicator is and how to find zones like this. So we can see Tesla right here. We have some nice zones. We have these levels where they work as resistance. We have these levels of support. We can see Tesla bouncing around these levels very nicely, respecting these zones. I'm going to show you how to find these very easily. So we can remove all of these lines. And when we go to indicators, this is the indicator right here. It is called Dynamic Support and Resistance Zones by Chart Prime. So when we add this to our chart, it is finding volume profile levels. You guys should know what that is. I've made multiple videos about it, but it is volume by price level. So now when we add the indicator to our chart, it looks something like this. So it's finding volume by price levels, and we can see that it color codes the higher volumes and the lower volumes. Purple for lower, blue for higher. It also numbers them to make them easier. And that is pretty much it for the indicator, right? So we can see these key zones. Now the question is how we use it. You can all use it however you like, whatever is your preference, whatever works best for you. Maybe try out different things. But this is what I have been doing because I understand that higher levels of higher time frames give better zones because that just gives it more time for price to kind of I guess work out, you know. So what I like to do is I go on the 4-hour time frame. That's the highest I go to, and I kind of make these zones on my own. So I just highlight these zones like this. You can change the colors if you like, whatever you think works for you, or you can just make them red and green for support and resistance. So anyways, I go to the 4-hour, I make my zones, then we jump down to the 1-hour time frame and we make zones from those levels as well, just like this. We have another one down here. And I also like to go to the 30-minute time frame. The lowest I'll go to is 15 minutes, and that's only if we don't have enough zones. So now we are on the 30-minute time frame, and for this one, I'll make this blue just so I know this is a lower time frame and that these levels may not be as strong as the higher ones. So we add these just like that. And I think there's one more hiding right here. And then I turn the indicator off. Prices above, I make it red for resistance. Prices below, we will make it green for support like this. And we can make this green as well because we're sitting at support. Anyways, now when we go to our lower time frames, I like to use either a 1 minute, 2 minute, or 5 minute when I'm actually trading. Now we can see how these zones work out. Obviously, this is after market close, so it's not totally realistic, but we can see how these zones have respected these levels. We have some key resistance areas. We know this is where volume comes has come in, where sellers have stepped in. We see this is where buyers have stepped in. We can see past charts as well. The day before, this area has been a strong support area, and this is where buying pressure came in. This is where I actually traded last week, and we can see how well these zones work out, and we can make predictions for the future as well, where we say, hey, when will Tesla start making higher highs? Well, we need to break above this level, right? We need to, in order to cover this volume, we need to break above this 199. So in the meantime, I would go short unless we break above this, and vice versa. If Tesla wants to make lower lows, go down to these 170 levels, we need to break this strong support area. So that's pretty much it with the indicator. Now, another question that people ask is, are you going short? Are you going long? You can't just trade off of every zone, right? You can't just say, hey, we're at support, we're going to buy, we're at resistance, we're going to sell. I like to look at the overall picture. And when we look at the overall picture, we see the overall picture is showing that Tesla is clearly in a downtrend, right? It's going down. The trend is down. So when we are in a downtrend, just play short. If there is a stock that is in a clear uptrend, then trade to the upside, right? That just makes things easier for you. If you are trying to find bottoms, trying to find tops, you are going to struggle. Tesla, until we start making higher highs, it is a stock that I will usually short than go long. Unlike Nvidia, where it's something I would probably go long then go short, because the trend has been to the upside. Okay, so now when we reach those key zones, for example, we get to this support area, how do I know it is time to buy? That's when I use Bookmaps. I go on Bookmaps, and that tells me where those buyers are, where those sellers are. I went over Bookmaps before. I will link a video in the description below, and maybe make another video in the near future. If you guys would like more information or ask me any questions, I'm gonna leave a link for my Discord and a link for our Facebook page. They are both free. It is simply for education and a place where we all get together and just chat and talk about what we see in the markets. So make sure you guys check that out, and make sure you guys subscribe to the channel and like this video. Until next time, peace.